Okay, today we're talking about writing the equation of a line when we're just given 2 points. If you want to explore along on Desmos, I've provided a bit.ly here for you. It's the same bit.ly from the other day, slope 37 CW for classwork. Let's start by just graphing some points, and I want to just think about if we could just look at the picture and determine the graph of the line. Okay, so I'm asked to graph 0 over and 1 up, which is here, and 2 over and 2 up, which is here. And I almost think that you guys could do this with no further instruction. What if I draw a line here? Let's take a look. Could you provide me the graph of that line? I just want you to think about it for a minute. One thing that you may notice is that you know what the y-intercept is. Okay, we know the y-intercept is 1. And you may remember that y equals mx plus b. You may remember that that is your intercept. All right, that's one thing to think about. We were also given in the last lesson the slope formula, so we could use the slope formula to calculate the slope. That's one way to do it. And I have 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 0, which is 1/2. I can also count that. 1 up, 2 over, 1 up, 2 over. So I've confirmed that the slope is 1/2. That's another way to do it. So I do feel like you may be able to piece this together from here, but let's look at some other ways that we could do that. All right, calculate the slope using the slope formula, which we just did. We are asked to calculate the slope. We can label the points x1, y1, x2, y2, and substitute them in. 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 0 is 1 over 2. Does it match the graph? Yes, we did that. It was 1 up, 2 over, 1 up, 2 over. And this is review. So you are given the point 2, 2 and a slope of 1/2. That may look kind of familiar. You were given that point here, 2, 2, and a slope of 1/2. Okay, just thinking about some things here. And you are asked to substitute that point and the slope into the point-slope form of the equation, which is this one. So here and here, you're going to use your y value and your x value. Y minus 2 is equal to 1/2, the slope, times x minus 2. Both were positive, so they'll be negative there. And that's what we have here. And the next thing we're asked to do is to solve for y, which may also be review for you. Distribute. If I distribute y minus 2 is equal to 1/2 x minus 1, and then SADMEG, add 2 to both sides, and I'm left with y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1. Let's take a look back at the graph, the line that we made before. Now, when solved for y, we had 1/2 x plus 1. And here we have a slope of 1/2, which would be the coefficient here. Let me erase this. Would be the coefficient here before the x. And you know the y-intercept is 1. So I'm hoping this gets you thinking about how you can get different ways to get to the equation of the line when you're given 2 points. But you can always draw the picture and go back to the graph. So I'm going to give you some explicit instructions now, and hopefully that'll help. help you remember. So you're always going to calculate the slope using the slope formula. You're going to substitute the slope in one of the points. You get to pick which one, and then you're going to solve for y. And really all of this is review. And remember, you can always go back to the picture. The picture is the graph if you need it. And you can always check your work there. Let's try this one. Okay, we're going to calculate the slope. Let's get this one out of the way. All right, guys. Last time. Let's try this again. This is the third time I've recorded this. We're going to try this one. Okay, we're going to start by calculating the slope. Let's just get this out of the way. This and this. So, if I'm calculating the slope using the slope formula, x1, y1, x2, y2, I'm looking at 13 minus 9, which is 4, over 3 minus 2. 3 minus 1, which is 2. Don't do math when you're too tired. Definitely don't do math when you're too tired and you attempt to record it. Okay, let's take this point and this slope and substitute it back in. Y minus 9 equals 2 times x minus 1. Distribute. And then SADMEG. Now, let's check this graphically. Okay, 2x minus 7 is the equation that we got. The point we were given was 1, 9 and 3, 13. Let's see if we can make this work. I think this graph might be too small, but that's okay. We're going to try it. We're going to start by graphing the y-intercept at 7. 2 up, 1 over, 2 up, 1 over. I started to see an error and immediately figured out where it was. This should be plus, and this should be plus, because I was starting to see that these points were not going to be on this graph. So 1, 9, that's why we check. There we go. Go, go, go. Go, go. Yay, magic. All right, so starting up here. Here's your spot at 7. And your slope of 2 up, 1 over is somewhere over here. Yeah, it's not going to work. We're going to have to use Desmos because this picture is too far off the graph. Because there's your 9, your 1, 9. So let's try putting this graph in Desmos and seeing if these 2 points are on this line. So here's the graph, and here's 313, and here's 1, 9, and you can see that those are both on that line. So we've done this correctly. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.